it's good, Chumpy. I'm in the searching for opponent, Swanee boy. Yeah, that kick was just punched a little bit. What are you wearing? I'm going green and blue. Like they did in the actual game. You going full black? Correct playbook. Different offense, huh? Bring the pressure, 4 sacks. That ain't happening.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Yo.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And they'll get him down after a pickup.
Chase Edmonds, your starter, Sean?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Oh, did you trade him?
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28,
what the
30,
hell?
wide
All right.
open, complete, touchdown, Cardinals.
That's
DeAndre Hopkins
broken as hell.
with touchdown
My entire
number
defense
20 on the
blitzed.
year, and the
And I had a
Cardinals
full
have
man
taken
run.
the early lead.
For the extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket.
I didn't
towards
run
being a head
commit.
coach.
I
He's
thought I got
advanced
off of
in
the
the
run
ways of
commit,
offense.
but
Setting out to kick
it
this
shouldn't
one
send
away,
your
and off it
cornerback.
goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
What?
own
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10.
Oh, you only had the
at
ball
their
for
own
a minute?
25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
at the 34.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That's good for us.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Another
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Cardinals' 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That one
That's
going to
David
be
Moore.
complete to David Moore.
And he's going to get it into the end zone.
Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great corner out there.
No
Not
problem.
only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the
That doesn't
middle of the
describe
field.
our offense. This one, you have a 1 minute drive. I have
Boy, that was
like
well executed.
2 minutes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Edmonds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a
That's such a
2nd
bad
and 3.
animation with Wagner. I got
Charles,
through,
they
but
won
because I was in a
last week
zone,
despite
he
him not
decided to
running the
back
ball. Well,
up.
they told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
I hate the fucking. I hit B to switch on, you
Out
know.
of the gun, here's Murray, being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Nice tackle by
Here's
Derek
Kyler Murray
Cleveland.
being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get.
That gave me no control on my
Defense is gonna
users
test
for
him
some
and
reason.
continue to test him. I think he's got something for them.
I got like
as he continues to
flat-footed
move forward.
one, and I
Now
couldn't
a
do
1st and
anything
10 at the
after.
11. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's
Like
immediately
Jordan
taken
Brooks.
down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
Jordan
The
Brooks
rookie
on
who
the
now
tackle.
starts right outside.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Murray. Buying time to his left. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converting once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Taylor
His zone's just
Gabriel. His
collapsed.
5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken
I know you were
the lead.
looking at the guy I
And
was
he's got it.
guarding.
It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out.
Yeah, you shouldn't have had that, but of course, anytime you buy time, you're going to get more.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up third
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the
Chumpy nose.
14. Seahawks.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front.
This is
3
exactly
tight ends.
what.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on
another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Carson's going to pick up the
first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Was that the 3rd, 4th down conversion?
Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flushed out right.
He's going to roll away.
And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1st down by Greg
Olsen. There, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Speaking of Greg Olsen.
Nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz
he actually got hurt in the Arizona game.
But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams.
That animation was so bad, Swan. You saw how fast I got rid of the football, but it was like, nah, you're going to wait.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
DK Metcalf and another 4th down conversion.
Inside the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, no, he probably just dropped the ball.
The 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
And Barkley is going to get into the
touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Attention says writing something.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Ebron caught left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right. And incomplete.
Oh, Dunbar.
Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you can't pause it on the kickoff.
Improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Yeah, but I was on him. I was using.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
And the ball is out.
Fumble near midfield.
You lost it.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
He was the guy who picked it up, a linebacker.
They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
I'm not sure. Can I challenge? I'm going to challenge.
No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Just before the 2-minute warning.
So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out. And the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try to run with Carson.
It is Carson.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground.
This
now on
decisions.
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down. It's
That's
Carson.
Carson.
He's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown, Chris Carson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Cardinals 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score
into the second quarter.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Going deep for Hopkins. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it.
Does Murray have the arm to throw it 60 yards?
That ball, but remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on
You don't need to
return.
call a timeout
There'll
there,
be
Swan,
time
by
for
the way.
maybe one final play before halftime.
You did that last game as well. Making sure you knew you didn't need to call a timeout there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And now look
David
at him
Moore.
go. Past the 20.
He's so slow. 60.
Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Cardinals 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard.
Got tipped by one of the defensive linemen.
How about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And running with power here.
Are you kidding?
And he
He
will take
he
this
cannot
in
break a
enemy
hit.
territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
4 yards.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Can't do it that time.
Keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have recovered. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Knocks him over. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said
Oh
and
no,
done.
Saquon Barkley's poop.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
and there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard
fracture
gain there,
will
and it
not
sets
be
him
able to
up now
return
1st
to
and
the
goal.
Good gain by Chris Carson, picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Cardinals
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep, so that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
For the Seahawk field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
At their own
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop.
They've got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
on the play. And
Murray now on 1st down. complete. Jefferson to target.
Don't worry about
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Arizona.
Murray now on first down. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It does not let you switch
A really
on that
nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Murray. Setting up the screen for Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that
No, it
range.
doesn't matter. Saquon was standing up and he fractured his foot.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Connie could very well have
Operating from the gun.
a case of the dead.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown.
Complete to
Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown. Okay, they went for the fake off of the...
Why do you fake it?
It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Quick slant, caught by Moore.
No, he moved the quarterback, Josh Allen, to defensive line.
12 yards there and a first down.
Weren't they in the same
Clock running under
draft?
4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things.
His under pressure
like
abilities
where
on
they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and
Chandler
make sure that
Jones
they're
is
still
so
attacking,
broken.
yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 26, check 26.
On 3rd down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ethan Posted has ruined Superstar Day.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner here was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, this will be caught inside the 10. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Being chased out left. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Any chances? So DJ Dallas and Geno Smith are in the ball.
Now the rookie out of Miami. This is DJ Dallas. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Luke Wilson has torn his abdomen.
Remaining on the clock.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dallas. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Flushed out right. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
42.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
I wasn't going for the end zone.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
You shouldn't have been taking the
timeout.
timeout.
The ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling. 10